This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest news from Alpena Community College with Dr. Olin Joyton. And now today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Michael Oliver, and he is from Habitat for Humanity Restore. Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing very well, thank you. And every time someone from Habitat comes on the show, I'm always excited to hear about the projects that are ongoing. And I know you have one right now that you're hoping to wrap up soon.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Second and Spratt over on the north side. We are just trucking at it right now. We've had Lafarge Corporation working with us. Paul Rogers is part of the board, and he has just done an incredible job just bringing together these guys, and they absolutely love working with us. So the entire building's actually sealed in, which has been our goal for the last couple months. So we should see this family in there by Christmas or just before. So that's been our big push, because that's such an important time for a young family like that. So.
And this was actually a rehab, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. The house was donated by a family, and they just said, you know, here, we want you to take it and put a family in it. So with a lot of support from the community, we've been able to do that.
So a wonderful family that went through quite a selection process to get chosen, have to put in sweat equity hours, have to do a lot of things there themselves, are going to have a house, but it's going to come with a mortgage too.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. It's basically an interest-free mortgage, but it's going to be, we try to do as much as we can to make it as minimal as possible every month payment, and so they can just enjoy having a home that they can call their own. So. And
one of the wonderful things that make all this possible is the Restore.
Yes, ma'am.
And if people haven't been to the Restore, which I can't imagine, but you need to go every day, because the stock changes every day. If you see something in there, buy it right now, because it won't be there 10 minutes later when you come back.
Yes, the best time to get a deal is when you see it. So the Restore, up over on Chisholm, we have just a huge selection of stuff. Our dressers, furniture, building materials. I mean, we've had boats, vehicles, trailers, all sorts of different things, and we just can't seem to keep it at the store, which is the best thing we could hear. So.
You had a wonderful leather sofa set. I went over and took a picture of it and posted on Facebook, and I went back 10 minutes later and somebody had already come in and put a deposit on it and came and picked it up later.
Yes.
And it was beautiful. So, you know, people out there, you know, think, well, maybe this little piece of furniture doesn't matter that much, you know, but it really does, because Habitat sold that, and the money basically gets doubled in our community because of the volunteer hours and what you're able to do in building houses and rehabbing houses for wonderful people in our very own community.
Absolutely, and that's our goal, is to make this community a better place for not just the people who are here now, but for the future generations, because Alpena, I know, is very dear to all of our hearts, and that's what we want to see. We want to see it continue to grow and continue to become just more of a friendly port, and that's our goal. And the awesome part is that we are community-based. All the money stays local. It stays right here in Northeast Michigan, as well as all your hours are put in either on the projects or at the Restore. And to be able to see people's lives change, not only by the houses we build, but by the people that come into the store, and the people that we go out and pick up their stuff for, just truly incredible.
And those donations, you see families coming in and getting a really nice sofa for $50 to $75, where they couldn't afford to go to a resale store, but to them it's a new sofa. It's very nice. You know what a difference that can make in your pride and the way you look at your family and yourself, to have something nice in your home. And Christmas is coming, so I'm sure the Christmas room will be opening soon.
Yes, we anticipate by the 17th of this month, so that'd be next Monday.
Okay.
So we are working hard to do that. I know with not as much traffic with hunting season right now, we're able to get a little bit extra done, so we're pushing for Monday. And if it's not done, we're going to still open it. It's going to be opened up on Monday. So.
And something people need to know, you alluded to a little bit, if you have appliances at your home, if you have cupboards that you're going to replace, if you have doors you're going to replace, you know, windows in good condition, anything you have, you know, call Habitat. They'll put you on a schedule. They'll come out and take all those items out for you, save you the time and the energy, and then they'll bring them back to the store and resell them.
Absolutely. We pick up for free. That's our big thing. We can't stress enough. We pick up for free. We actually cover Harrisville, so Alcona, Alpena, and Presque Isle. We cover all 3 counties now. We are the affiliate for that.
And call and get on the schedule, because you're kind of busy.
We are. We actually are about 2 weeks out right now, so we're trying to do what we can do before Thanksgiving, and we are already scheduling after Thanksgiving. So that's the nice part. And if you don't have stuff to donate, and if you don't have the time to donate,
Excuse me.
you can always call us. You can donate financially. There's so many different ways to be a
yes.
part of Habitat. It's truly what you make it, and that's what's great about Habitat.
And you said there's some exciting things coming up soon?
Yes, ma'am. This year is 10 years now for the restore.
Wow.
This coming January will be 10 years. So with that, we have some exciting things we're going to try to enroll with for the community to be a part of, ways to partner, just kind of making it a little bit more easy to be a part. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm not going to reveal too much, but we're looking forward to just amazing things for this coming summer.
And people out there are trying to think of ideas for the new year to be involved in the community. Habitat has, like you said, so many ways. You can work in the restore, you could work in the office, you could work at the actual site, you could donate food items to the crews that are actually working at the houses, you can donate items, you can come into the restore and work. And you guys have an awful lot of fun in the restore.
Yes, we do. It doesn't always feel like a job. Some days it does, but most days it's just an absolute blast to be a part. And the fact is, it's so rewarding. You can't replace. There's no other way to get that feeling in your community as much as just being part of what Habitat is doing. It's an opportunity for each one of us to take hold and take responsibility for our community.
And what are the hours of the restore?
We're open 9 to 5 Monday through Friday,
Okay.
and then Saturday we are open 10 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people, like we said in the beginning, you need to go there every day because the stock changes every day.
Absolutely, and anybody's free to call, and we can let them know what we have in the store. Usually it's so busy, we try to give you as much information as we can, but we just love having you come on in. And there's just so many different things there, so many different types of goods.
And hint, hint, the truck usually comes in on Tuesday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Yep.
yes.
I always try to go on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I know that that's when the truck comes in, so see what's new and exciting coming in. I don't bug you to get it out on the floor, though. I just kind of stand there and watch or come
Yep.
back later.
It'll get out eventually.
All right, so if someone has some ideas or suggestions and a part of the 10-year anniversary would like to come up with an idea to help you with that, or with the restore in general, or any of the builds, what would their first step to be?
You can come right to the store. You can speak with either myself or the construction supervisor. Most likely it'll be me. We do have an office over at the First Presbyterian Church on US 23 North. They're more than welcome to stop there. We are super excited for what's happening and how far we've come. So if you want to be a part of that, whether it's helping out or have an idea for an event, we're just super excited and blessed to be a part of it. So we are inviting everybody to be a part of it.
And as we're taping this, tomorrow is Monday the 17th, so this is going to be the Christmas will be open on the 17th, so yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So make sure you go into the Christmas room because you have trees and decorations. And I found last year's pieces to Christmas dishes that I had but could never get the matching pieces, and I found them there and they were very affordable. So that was kind of a neat thing to do. Yeah. And then if anyone out there thinks maybe they would like to be a family to be considered by Habitat, same thing, they can stop at the office at Presbyterian Church or come in and speak to you.
Yes, ma'am. Yep, we'll give you the information, let you know the process. All of the paperwork is done at the office, but we'd be more than happy to sit down and talk with you. I know there's so many different needs right now, so we're doing the best we can to fulfill all of those. So, yep, feel free to come into the office or come speak with me at the store.
We're out of time. I want to thank you very much for being here, and I look forward to running over there today to see what's new.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Stephanie Gandula from Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary. Hi, Stephanie.
Hello, Nancy.
How are you?
I'm doing great today.
Good. Now, I know you have a lecture series going on. There's already been one that's gone past. It was wonderful.
Absolutely wonderful. Tane Casterly, one of the archaeologists at the sanctuary, talked about the Monitor, which was the very first National Marine Sanctuary. But we have 3 more coming up on Thursdays in December. So December 4th, December 11th, and December 18th.
Okay.
These are free and open to the public. They start at 6:30, so come on to the Great Lakes Maritime Heritage Center over on Fletcher and enjoy a lecture from one of the sanctuary archaeologists. Now, these lectures are they kind of run the gamut of subjects. So on December 4th, Russ Green, who's the deputy superintendent and a sanctuary archaeologist, he's going to be talking about what they call citizen science, and how the sanctuary, working with a local diver, utilized citizen science to record one of the most famous and best preserved shipwrecks, and most dive for the technical divers, shipwrecks here in Lake Huron. It's the Kyle Spangler.
Okay.
And it's an amazingly preserved schooner, old wooden schooner. And it's about 180 feet deep, and it was discovered by a local diver, but then the diver worked with NOAA archaeologists to document
Wow.
the wreck for future generations. And so Russ Green will be talking about that whole process and the importance of the partnerships. And then on the 11th, December 11th, the State of Michigan's maritime archaeologist Wayne Lusardi. There's only one maritime archaeologist officially that works for the state. He's also at our offices at the sanctuary, and he'll be talking about the expedition that he was a part of to the Canadian Yukon Territory. Ooh. So this is a project where they went to the site, a very remote site. I guess they took float planes in, and they were researching and documenting and recovering artifacts from a 1901 wreck of a paddle wheeler. It's called the A.J. Goddard.
Oh, wow.
And it's an amazing story. Some of the artifacts they found, a record player, and Wayne Lusardi did some great research on the music and the song on one of the records that was found that had been underwater for over 100 years.
Goodness.
So lots of neat stories. And then on December 18th, the third Thursday of the series, Phil Hartmeyer, another maritime archaeologist, he's going to be sharing his research on the Puabek, one of the most famous
Yes.
and most tragic shipwreck stories here in Thunder Bay. The Puabek went down in 1865, a sudden fluke collision in beautiful weather, and it ran into its sister ship, the Meteor, and the Puabek sank in less than half an hour with over 30 people. Hundreds of people did get off and were able to climb on the Meteor, but many people did go down with that ship. What also went down with the ship was over 1,000 tons of copper.
Wow.
And this was a stunning freighter, package freighter. So steam-propelled vessel, just when steam was really getting rolling. And so it was carrying everything from the cargo, the copper cargo, to the hundreds of passengers, and then all sorts of package freight too. So, you know, the workhorses of the day, the semi-trucks, and the stories around the Puabek and how all these things happen to be on the vessel, and the Civil War connections. So that's another really interesting lecture. So all three of these have, you know, all sorts of different components of our shared maritime history. And of course they're coupled with amazing underwater imagery and historical imagery. So I think they're not to be missed. These lectures, they're free, open to the public, like I said, and it's a great way to take advantage of these experts that are, you know, based here in Alpena, and hear their stories. And there's always lots of time for discussion after the lecture.
And what time do they start?
6:30 in the evening. Okay. Thursdays at the Heritage Center on West Fletcher. And it's also a great opportunity to do your shopping.
Yes.
Holiday shopping's coming up. I was actually, before I came here, I was just in the store, and lots of fun Christmas stuff to buy, holiday gifts, everything from stocking stuffers, you know, the Glass Bottom Boat, you can buy tickets throughout the season, throughout the year.
Oh, great idea.
And those are great stocking stuffers.
And unique items.
I think so, yeah. And yeah, books, maritime movies, educational gifts for the kids in your family. So all sorts of Christmas ornaments. That's one of my favorites, the nautical themed Christmas ornaments. So all sorts of things you can get at the Sanctuary store. So the store will be open in the evenings for the lectures.
Okay.
But then it's also open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Okay.
So great time to come anytime to get your shopping done. And then we're also partnering with the Downtown Development Association to take part in their Ladies' Night and Gents' Night.
Oh, perfect.
So that's going to be a fun enterprise coming up. Those are same nights as the lecture series.
Okay.
So you can come in and there'll be specials on those nights in the store, and you can, you know, the ladies can come in on Ladies' Night and look around the store and say, oh, I'd like to have this on my wish list, and you pick out the stuff you want on your wish list. Then Gents' Night, they come in and hopefully they buy what you have said you want on your wish list. They
better.
That's right.
And I know you're getting geared up for the film festival. Can you give us any ideas what's going to happen?
Yes, very exciting stuff. The Thunder Bay International Film Festival. We were able to add that to the
Yes.
title because we do have a lot of films coming in that are from different countries. So that will be January 21st through the 25th. And I've been working with the committee to screen different films, and let me tell you, there's some exciting films coming up. One called Ocean Min, and it's all about free diving and how these expert free divers dive to, like, you know, crazy, like nearly 300 feet deep.
Oh my goodness.
Or more than that even. It's amazing. So the film festival is, I think, a perfect activity for January. It's cold outside.
And it was such a success last year.
It
and
really was.
People need to, you know, plan in advance because, you know, seating's going to be limited and you're going
That's
to
right.
sell out.
Absolutely. We sold out last year. Most of the sessions we sold out last year. And, you know, we have our big theater, but it does only seat 93 people. And so we're going to start selling tickets coming up here in December. So that's another great
Oh,
stocking
Christmas
stuffer
idea. You bet.
idea. It's a film festival tickets. You can get a full weekend pass. We've added a workshop this year for filmmakers. So stay tuned for info on that. And we'll have the filmmakers panel again, which is another great way to really get in the minds of the filmmakers. The audience can ask them all sorts of questions, and they're there to discuss the whole process with the audience. So films about conservation, about ocean and Great Lakes, recreation and sports, about pollution, and it really runs the gamut again of like short films that are really uplifting to longer, more serious films. But I think there's something for everyone.
Well, I know it's going to be wonderful because I know it was last year. And once again, the store hours are
10 to 5, Monday through Saturday.
Okay. I was there for Halloween. It was the craziest place.
Great.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Wasn't it crazy?
It was so crazy. So many kids and so many people, but what a wonderful facility in our community and people walking around and talking everywhere. It was wonderful.
I'm glad you came.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yes, thanks, Nancy.
See you next month.
Okay.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Joynton following these messages.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. I'm Olin Joynton, president of Alpena Community College, and my guest this morning, returning to the show, Mike Killeen, director of admissions. Welcome to the show, Mike.
Thanks for having me on today.
And so we're signing people up for the so-called spring semester that begins in January.
Boy, you know, we're dealing with the weather we're having right now. The temperatures are falling, and the snow is starting to fly out there, but...
And you know what's also flying?
Yeah.
The classes are flying off the shelf.
Absolutely. You know, and we're registering for spring semester. That's just indicative of when the semester will end, not when it starts. As it will get started in January, and you're exactly right. We're in that early registration period right now, which is a great time to come in, get those classes, and get started.
Very good. A lot of people who are attending this fall semester have already been in and to sign up working with their advisors. And more of them need to finish the process, but I bet there's some people out in the community who have thought, well, I've got an opportunity to go to college now. I didn't go in the fall semester. Maybe they went to ACC a while back and ready to return. Now would be the time to come on in and get signed up for spring.
You bet. It would be a great time to come in. I just had somebody in the office the other day who's a seasonal employee, and his seasonal employment ends December 1st, and said, I don't go back to work until May. He's coming in to take classes. He was really excited about it. But that's exactly right. If you so happily have taken a little bit of a delay in starting or between your classes, great time right now to come in because availability is still very strong, but the longer you wait, the classes fill up, as you mentioned, and then you get stuck with that class in the middle of the day or at night that may not fit the rest of your life schedule. So certainly the earlier the better. We're registering through December 5th right now. That's a Friday where you can still come in and get registered.
So a couple of more weeks. We got the Thanksgiving break Thursday and Friday, but people can come on in through the 5th of December.
Exactly. Then after that, we go on a little bit of a break in registration because we got to finish up this semester. A lot of grades. The advisors are giving, the faculty are giving their tests and doing grading, and the registrar's office is getting transcripts and everything done. And then when we come back after the first of the year, January 6th, 7th, and 8th, there's 3 days. It's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've got registration pretty much all day. Come on in. No appointment necessary on those days. Advisors will be available. And then classes begin that Monday, January 12th is when the semester will start, and we'll be off and going again.
So we're winding down the fall semester and getting ready for the spring. What about financial aid? We always talk about, when we get into this theme, the importance of getting your financial aid lined up early.
Absolutely, and you want to do that now. You can go out and submit to FAFSA. It's at FAFSA.gov, FAFSA.gov, and submit a FAFSA. It's going to ask you for some income information, number in the household, number of dependents, number in college, just some key indicators they use to determine your financial aid eligibility. It's a Pell Grant. Many people have heard of that. But that's also your first step if you're looking at student loans or other need-based programs. Mm-hmm. So get that going now, because when you hit the submit button, it typically takes 3 to 5 days for that information to get to us. So you can do that now. Anybody can do that. Just get your financial aid going so the process will be there. Your money will be available when you do come in and register.
And in some cases, there are records that people need to get, maybe from family members, parents, or something like that, that takes a little bit of time, so it's much better to have all that set up. For the need-based Pell Grants, the maximum amount goes up to the mid $5,000 to $6,000 range, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like $5,730.
Okay.
So yeah, if you were eligible for a full Pell Grant and you live here in Alpena, you're going to go to school fairly affordable. You're going to be able to get things, so money or those finances should not be a hurdle. Come on in and let's find out first. Don't just assume, oh, I can't afford it. There's lots of ways out there. And Rob Roos and the whole financial aid staff, they're there and available in Vandler Hall. Anybody can stop in and get some question answered by them, 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. They'll be happy to talk to you.
You know, another category of students that comes to ACC in the middle of the year would be people that went off to big universities, and they're thinking, well, maybe this wasn't my thing. Nobody knows my name, or far away from home, homesick, got things I'd like to take care of back here at home. Maybe just a little bit of growing up and maturing. So I bet there's a parent out there in the audience that's thinking about a kid who maybe should return to Alpena, and get some good grounding, explore options here, and then return to the university.
Exactly. You know, and we get those every year. You get those high school graduates from some of our, not only Alpena High, but some of the other schools here in northern Michigan, and they go away and they find out that you're right. Large classrooms, finances, just adjusting to be away from home is difficult. And every year students come back, and that's absolutely fine. Your credits will transfer back. We'll get you back sort of restarted, you know, kickstart you back going.
Well, I've got the right to talk about that theme, because that happened to me. I've told people I went far away from home my freshman year, and I was not ready. I came back home and spent another year there, and then off and running. It was fine.
And sometimes it's just, you just need that opportunity to find out. And so, and like they say, if you are finding out it's not working, come on in, because we can get you started as well.
Or another category, people think they want to major in something. They maybe go to a university and try it out. Well, they realize, golly, this is not for me. And so it's a lot less expensive to explore options at a community college and find something that clicks for you than it is at a school far away.
Exactly. When you're in that exploratory mode and just looking at introductory courses, smaller class sizes, that ability to sort of have a relationship with your instructor is always really good as well, and that's what ACC has. And those classes will transfer, and they're, as you mentioned, more affordable and closer to home. I mean, you want to live in northern Michigan, it certainly is a great opportunity.
As we wind it up, a number of reasons to get moving. First of all, the best availability of classes to fit a person's schedule in the spring semester. Secondly, the running start that you need with financial aid, so you don't come running in the last minute and not be able to get it. And then the question of starting mid-year for these other reasons that we discussed. Thanks very much for the great job you're doing running admissions office, and thanks for being the guest on the program this morning, Mike.
Thanks for having me.
Sure.
This has been Talk of the Town with Nancy Smitham and Dr. Olin Joyden. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, visit our website at www.wbkb11.com and click on Community. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.